Hi everyone, this is Sushma Shri Krishna. Welcome to Techcanvass. In this video, let's discuss database testing using Selenium WebDriver. Before we move ahead further, let's understand what is a database. Database is nothing but collection of data. Data here means information. The word data was originated from the word datum. In database, the data or the information is stored in the form of tables or schemas. It is also the structured information or data which is organized in such a way that it can be easily accessed, managed and updated. Database is controlled by DBMS, which is Database Management System. It is used by organization for storing, managing and retrieving information. So let's move ahead and understand what are the advantages of database. Database provides better access to user. It can better manage the data. It provides data security. You can access data faster and it is more accurate. With this, let us understand what are the types of data management system that we have. Some of them has been listed on the slide, which include MySQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, Sybase, Postgres. And now we should try and understand how to test a database using Selenium WebDriver. In order to test database using Selenium WebDriver, the first thing we need to do is establish a connection to the database. Once the connection is established, we need to query the database. Here the query is based on your requirement. And the last step is to process the results. So let's look at them one by one. Connection to database. How do we achieve this? This can be achieved using the syntax driver manager.getConnection, which takes three arguments: URL, the user ID and the password. Here the user ID and the password are the username and the password of the database configured. URL should be in the format JDBC, the DB type, the IP address with the port number and your database name. For example, the DB type for MySQL Server is MySQL and for Oracle database it is Oracle. Down here you can see an example. So before we establish a connection to the database server, you need to load the JDBC driver using the below code class.forName, which takes a single argument which is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. So once the connection is established, you need to create a statement using connect.create statement. Now you can execute the query using execute query, which takes your statement as the argument. Now the last step is to process the result, which can be done using some of the methods like getInt, getDate and getString. So now let's take an example and try to automate this scenario. I have the MySQL workbench installed in my laptop. So this is my SQL workbench and I have a database called as Techcanvass, as you see here. This database has a table called as agents, which has two records. So let's query the agents table and see how many records do we have. So let me write a select statement, select star from agents. Let me execute this. So we have two sets of records here. So now let's automate to fetch the two sets of records. I have already created the code. I will walk you through the code step by step. Let's go to Eclipse. So this is my class dbConnect. Before we make a connection to the database, we need to first load the JDBC driver, and this is the code for that. Once the JDBC driver has been loaded, we need to make a connection to the database using driver manager.getConnection, which takes three arguments: URL, the username and the password. The URL should be of the format JDBC DB type. Here the DB type is MySQL. The IP address should be your local host, and your port number is 3306. So let's go to MySQL Workbench and try to check the port number. So you need to go to Administration, click on Server Status, and you can find the port number here. So 3306 is what I have written. And this Techcanvass is your database name, which is this. Sometimes you get character encoding exception. So to avoid that, I have used this code. Now, getting back to connection, it has two more parameters, that is username and password. So let's go back to the MySQL and check the username and password. So you need to click on Administration again, go to Users and Privileges, Root, and this is my username, and the password that I have given here is root123, the exclamation mark that you can see here. Root is the username and this is my password. I have written a print statement to check if the connection is established or not. Now, once done, I have created a statement using .create statement. I have passed select star from agent as a parameter to execute query and have used a variable called as value, where I am storing the two sets of record as a result set. Now I am using a while loop. Here value.next will check if there is an element present, and if there is an element present, it will execute the code within the while loop. So now I am trying to get the ID, the first name, the working area, the phone number and the country. Here I am trying to get the values from the table and from the columns: agent code, agent name, working area, phone number, country, and store it in ID, first name, working area, phone number and country. Now using a print statement, I am printing all these values using concatenation. So once the while loop gets executed, it will close the connection using connect.close. So now let's save this program and let's run this. Now when I run this, it has to print the first set of values and the second set of values. So let's see that. Let's run this. the execution is done. Let's see if it has printed. So this is the second set of record. Let me validate with the database. So this is the second set of record. We'll go back and check the first set of record. So this is the first set of record which has been printed. Before we end this session, I want you to all understand an important thing here. Build path, configure build path. So these are the jar file that is needed. This SQL connector and this aspect jrt.jar. These two jars are important to run a SQL query. That's all for today. Please stay tuned, like and share, and leave your comments. Have a great day. Thank you.